What's good, YouTube? It's Emmanuel here with Emmanuel R&D, back here again with another video. Today we got an interesting video. I just kind of want to run through with you guys because obviously I live in Las Vegas and I'm a fan of the NBA. So I figured out, why not compare both of them? And this is a video I've really never seen before that I'm going to be doing. Is how NBA players compare to Las Vegas. How NBA players compare to certain, casinos or hotels from the Las Vegas Strip. I'm going to be picking 5 NBA players, 5 of my favorite right now that's going on. Obviously, we'll start off with LeBron James. LeBron James, he compares to most in Las Vegas to Caesar's Palace. Obviously, Caesar's Palace, as you guys may know, is timeless. Caesar's Palace is actually probably one of my favorite casino. I love their sports book there. Just everything. See, it's so iconic. When you think of Vegas, you might think of Caesar's Palace. Like I said, looking through some of these photos, you're like, y'all know. If y'all ever been to Vegas, y'all know Caesar's Palace is one of the places to go, to stay at. It's just so iconic. And I think what most compares LeBron James to Caesar Palace is just standing the test of time. You go back 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, like Caesar's Palace was, I'm assuming, was still there if I'm not mistaken, right? And just LeBron James, his longevity, like for him to be playing this long, still to be standing the test of time, it's honestly amazing, man. Like, it's just the consistency, the dominance, that Caesar's Palace has had to still be one of the top 5, best casinos, best hotels to stay at. Like, it's honestly amazing. And the same applies to LeBron James, him being able to dominate this many years. And it's almost like I said, he's gonna be the center of attention. Like, and I think Vegas, movies that have shot films in Vegas, Caesar's Palace is always one of them ones. And LeBron James, it's always a center of attraction. Like, it's always that everybody's eyes are on them, drawn to them. Caesar's Palace, LeBron James, they go hand in hand. The next one I'll be talking about is obviously Stephen Curry. He's going to be compared to the Bellagio fountains. Let's move over there. And let me go ahead and, sorry guys, I didn't even, before I move over to Steph Curry, obviously I showed you some of Caesar's Palace, but I didn't get a chance to show you. Obviously, you guys know LeBron, but look through some of the photos here with you guys, how they kind of compare. But yeah. Next one, like I said, the Bellagio fountains. Bellagio fountains, obviously known for just his presence, his elegance. If you ever watch the Bellagio fountain, it's a beautiful show. Like the waters. Honestly, just with me, living in Vegas, seeing how many tourists really line up, just looking at the fountains, just like we're ready to take a picture, and they're so amazed. Obviously, it's still, great to see, but obviously if you're a resident in Vegas, it's not going to be that amazing once you've seen it over and over again. And they do try to change it up a little bit here and there, but it's just amazing seeing the tours and just seeing how, the water, the elegance, and I don't know how long they run that thing, or it's amazing, man. If you guys ever got a chance to come to Vegas, I would definitely check out the Bellagio fountains and how that compares to Stephen Curry. Steph Curry, obviously one of the greatest shooters of all time, but I'd say, and obviously if you can see me guys looking here, I got some notes written down as well. The precision, the elegance. Bellagio Fountains is most known for its breathtaking, display, so to speak. So I think with Curry's shot, every shot he shoots, it's like poetry in motion. Honestly, I didn't start shooting so many threes until I started watching Steph Curry. He's one of my top 2 favorite players, top 3 all time. Like, it's so fun to watch. He revolutionized the game, but that's for another discussion, of course. But how he ties into the Bellagio fountains, just every shot is executed with precision and flair, and it draws, a crowd every single time. And notice how I said it draws a crowd every single time Steph Curry plays, he shoots, whatever the case may be. The same thing applies to Bellagio Fountain. You see all these people standing right here. It's going to draw a crowd. The water show, everybody wants to see what's going to happen. Everyone wants to see how beautiful it is. Same thing with Steph Curry. Everybody wants to see how many threes he's going to hit, how what he's going to do in the game, how far is he going to shoot this shot, and whose ankles is he going to break this time. So it's just like the Bellagio Fountain and Steph Curry ties in perfectly. Yeah, man, for sure. Moving on to the Venetian in Las Vegas, of course. Venetian, it's going to tie into obviously Giannis. The Venetian is also one of my favorite hotel and casinos as well. It's just so like just the setup and the build. It has a very very big, I feel like, dominant presence. This is a little bit of the inside. See if you can get like an outside view of it. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know how old these pictures are. Some of them are, yeah, but yeah, it's just the way it's shaped. Everything is very very nice at the Venetian. I would definitely check it out if you come to Vegas, you live in Vegas, whatever the case may be. Check out the Venetian. It's probably in my top 5. I love the Venetian, like just the whole view. When I take a lot of my pictures, I actually take it on that little bridge area that I can go back to and show you actually right now as well. Here's some water here. It's near here. It's like a bridge. I think it's more so on the other side, but it's just like I said, the water, the way it's shaped, everything about the Venetian, I think is really, really dope. It's just a dope place, you know what I'm saying? And I think Venetian, it stands out most for just its luxurious, like I said, experience and its pure dominance. And how that ties into Giannis. Giannis is very, very dominant. But he's one of them players that's very unique as well because, he also plays with a little bit of grace and elegance as well with his handle, with his Euro step. Like Giannis is not just all dunk, dunk, dunk. Like Shaq was like, just pure, all dunk, 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 dunk. Like, probably the most dominant ever, but didn't really play with a whole lot of elegance. Like he didn't have the handle or the speed of Giannis. He was more dominant, of course, but just Giannis is just, so dominant yet plays with grace and elegance. And the combination of athleticism and finesse, I think that ties in great as well to the Venetian. Just the way Giannis plays. Give me one sec. I want to see if I can. Yeah, some of these pictures, y'all, it's like, because some of these pictures on here aren't the Venetian or they're Venetian before they remodeled it. But yeah, that's how that one ties into that one. But yeah, you guys get the point of that one for sure. And okay, here goes Giannis. Obviously. Yeah, he's Giannis, man. He's just so dominant and, you know what I'm saying? And he plays with a little bit of grace and elegance as well, man. Like I said, he got a handle. He's working on the shot. His shot is getting better. You know what I mean? Giannis, when his first 3 years in the league to probably his last 3, he's probably progressed as far as just shooting the 3, the mid range. He's got the fadeaway now. He's already got it. Look, here's his pick from. He won the championship. He already got a ring. I think it's like a 2-time MVP, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay, moving on, you guys, to the Luxor. Luxor, obviously the pyramid, big standout. And surprisingly, you guys, this might be very, very surprising to you guys, but I live in Vegas, but believe it or not, it's still a gang of hotels and casinos that I haven't stepped foot inside. In Luxor, I might have been inside once, but I can't remember. I can't even recall the last time I stepped foot in there. So stay tuned for. I'm gonna be filming a lot more vlogs on because I used to go to the Strip way more. Like I still go to the Strip a lot, but I'm telling you, I used to go to the Strip like probably 3 times every week. I was going almost like every day at one point. And still was a bunch of hotels and casinos that I haven't yet stepped foot inside, and Venetian might be one of them. I can't remember, but obviously Venetian, how that ties into Kevin Durant. Let's get over here to Kevin Durant. You got obviously Kevin Durant, 6'11", can handle the ball. This, like I said, this is a unique style because it stands out, and like I said, the Luxor has a commanding presence. You see that, like when you see that thing, that little beam shoot up, you can see that from miles and miles and miles away. Way off the Strip, you can still see that beam. It has like a commanding presence. You know what I'm saying? And how that ties into Kevin Durant, because the Luxor has a massive pyramid, and it's instantly, like I said, that beam is instantly recognizable. And KD, you see KD walking around, you gonna know who Kevin Durant is. Like 6'11", lengthy dude. He's very bold and distinct, just like Kevin Durant's game. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, it's a unique style. I don't think some people even give KD enough credit for, but it's something we'll never, not I wouldn't say we'll never see again, but it's something you'll never forget. Like Kevin Durant is probably one of the most skilled players, one of the most skilled shooters of all time. Like what I don't think people even realize how good Kevin Durant. The dude is almost 7 foot. People say he's 7 foot. Can handle the ball. Can shoot the three. He got the hezzy pull up. He got the side step going left, going right. Like he can literally score on anybody in the league. There's nobody that can stop him. You can try to slow him down. You can try to put a good defender on. I've seen KD get blocked a few times, but it's rare to see KD get blocked because once he shoots at his apex, you're shooting him way up here. 6'11", 7 foot. It's kind of hard to beat that. I've seen this guy play LeBron in the finals. Seen him beat LeBron twice in the finals. Although he had a better team, but he showed up. And this Kevin Durant he's a physical specimen. Definitely stands out from the rest, and that's how I kind of tie it into the Luxor. And also probably the most thing I would tie into the Luxor because if you look at the Luxor compared to all the other hotel and casinos, it stands out because of the pyramid, the way it's shaped. That's why I said it has a commanding presence. And the same thing with Kevin Durant. You look at Kevin Durant, you look at his build and his skill set compared to the rest of the NBA, he has a commanding presence. All righty, so let's go over to, I believe this might be the last one on the list. The Stratosphere, obviously, now known as the Strat in Las Vegas, of course. I've been here many, many times. I'm gonna be using that word again for this one, a commanding presence. I think this sets the Strat apart from a lot of stuff in Vegas. This might be one of the tallest buildings in Vegas, or what I'm saying, if I'm not mistaken, it could be like the tallest. Or it's definitely one of. It's very, very tall. It's just towering over everything. What I'm saying? You see the Strip from afar, you can see that. And I think they're both about just the power and the elevation. That's what Zion's game is built. I know right now he's not playing, but Zion, he's built off his power and his elevation. I've been watching Zion Williamson since high school, so I knew he was gonna go to the NBA and still dominate. He went to Duke and dominate. It's unfortunate that he's not able to stay healthy all these years into his career. He's like 6 years now into the league now, and it seems like every year he's getting hurt. But what we do know is when Zion is healthy, he's an all-star, and nobody is stopping that man. What I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You're not stopping Zion. He's too big, too strong. He's somebody probably we've net like somebody like even like a 2.0 over Charles Barkley. Not saying he's better than Charles Barkley because he couldn't stay healthy, but just like he's doing stuff even Charles Barkley couldn't do. He has one of the quickest second jumps I've ever seen. I've heard different analysts say that as well. Zion is one of my favorite players and just a physical specimen, just God-gifted ability to be that big and be that athletic, that fast. It's incredible. Let's go over to Zion Williamson. You obviously can see here, man. Just crazy, man. Just crazy elevation, towering over everybody. Look how big and strong this dude is. I mean, obviously some of this might be a little bit too much. Obviously, he might be too heavy this year. One year, like right here, he looks a little skinnier here. It's like some of the years he came in shape, and then some of the years he came in overweight. It's just unable to, But Zion is just a physical specimen, man. Like the elevation with the Strat, what I'm saying? Like it's just towering over everybody, soaring through the air, right? And you feel like you're soaring through the air once you ride that ride. I've seen people jump off that thing. The Strat actually has a ride. It's like something you're connected to, of course, and you jump off of it all the way down. It's crazy, what I'm saying? It's overall just a vertical leap in his ability to overpower his opponents. Just like the Strat is overpowering all the other buildings on the Strip. Like I said, that is another commanding presence, what I'm saying? And obviously, with KD and Zion, KD is probably going to get more looks because he's taller, but I think with Zion, it's just like how like Strat is dominating as far as the height and just how it's like towering over everybody. You can kind of tie that into Zion too. Not so much the height, but just how dominant and overpowering it is to all the other buildings, and how overpowering Zion is to all his opponents. Like I said, you see Zion drive to the basket. There's really nobody that can stop him. It's honestly insane. And that pretty much wraps it up, guys. What I'm saying? I thought this was a pretty interesting video. I did my best to try to compare Las Vegas to NBA players. I think it was an interesting topic. And I might even vlog it too, actually, as well. Try to get a little vlog going. Go to some hotel and casinos I still haven't been to, and even try to compare more players to it. If you guys disagree with any of them, comment down below. If you guys, agree with some of them, or if you have another player that might compare better, or another casino that might compare better with the players I already mentioned, comment down below. Other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all next video.